So
whole mindset change.
So what did you say we have here? Biodomes?
So we have 11 biodomes. Those are temperature controlled, and we grow leafy vegetables inside. We can grow 1 million pots per year.
1 million pots of leafy vegetables?
Leafy vegetables, which means we only consume 5% of that, and all the rest is commercialized. So it's about economic activity. So there's a business also behind it.
And then here you said you're going to start growing what?
So when the season, like now, what we call the nicer season, when the temperature cools and drops, we can grow food outside as well. So between October and April, we provide raised beds outside, and you can grow with drip lines, and you can grow your vegetables. So residents can have their own raised beds. They can grow zucchini, eggplants, tomatoes, potatoes, sweet potatoes. We have a compost pile as well, so we can energize the soil and cook the soil. And these are, so this is one of 11. This is garlic. We have wasabi, pepper, rosemary, cherry tomatoes, parsley, wasabi.
He said wasabi. Yeah.
Maple, what else? Chicory, chives. So what we do here is just...
Ben accidentally got a wasabi plant.
This is like blowing my nose out.
Clean the sinuses.
You're gonna have some.
You have sinus problems?
So it's very cool in here because of, what did you call it? Swamp cooling? Or what?
So these are called swamp coolers. So you find that in Florida as well. It's a very simple desert technology that we have inside the Arab countries and desert countries for.
So there's some water dripping there and pulling the air in, and that cools the air here. And then it goes out on the other side to create a breeze, to cool the air. And then you said that one of these biodomes you're gonna implement vertical farming and see how that goes.
We're converting two. One of them is going to be purely educational for schools, so that you can walk in, you can do your soil mix, you can grow things from seed and transplant. The other biodome, we want to explore indoor farming, vertical indoor farming, which means you literally stack these trays on top of each other. It's going to be a different layout, and you can multiply production by 4 to 5. And then you control light and the microclimate.
And why wouldn't you do that in all of them? You just wanted to test first and then see?
We have to test it first. We need proof of concept. You cannot just bring it in from Holland or the US. You need to work with the climate. And then if we end up having too much, you need to think of downstream marketing as well. So we'll start small, and then when we have the Hotel Indigo up and running, they're going to be the primary customer. So everything will go to their kitchen.
Okay, great. So this is a hotel within the...
Exactly, so behind the fence over there, I'll show you the house.
So here's a villa. He says they're all facing with passive solar heating.
Yeah. So you get a bit of morning light. In this case, you get a bit of evening light. Like now, you can see a bit of light over there on the wall.
This is a typical villa, I'm sure very affordable.
So this is a 4-bedroom.
4-bedroom.
The built-up area here is 3,700 square foot.
What is it in square meters, do you know?
280.
280 square meters.
So it's ground floor, open space, 4 bedrooms upstairs, and the roof.
And can you mention? Oh, this is cute. My girls would love this. Yeah. Can you say what the price of this place?
So this would be 3.5 million dirham. It's about 1,000 dirham per square foot.
So about $250 a square. How much would be the total price in dollars?
In square meters, I know it would be about $2,700 per square meter. If you convert it to square foot.
Nice washing room.
You have a big range. For villas, residential communities, the price ranges from about 600 to about 1,400.
But yeah, so the one, what's the grand, the grand total price of the...
Of what? Of this?
Yeah.
This is a 3.5 million dirham.
3.5 million.
So that's like about $900,000.
Yeah. With or without the furnishing?
Without the furnishing.
Without the furnishing.
But you get the kitchen, you get the solar panels, you get communal buggies, you get all the amenities, the gym, everything was 650.
5,000 to 650 dirham
Dirham square foot.
per square foot. It's the goal to
The
bring down the
cost
cost
here-
on the second development, which would
Second
be
development.
in just another area of Dubai, or
In the UAE.
in the UAE somewhere else. So it could be Abu Dhabi or
We
somewhere.
have a few in the pipeline, so we shall announce those as soon as they materialize.
That's
We're learning from this. I mean, for us, this is a living lab. So
And how much do people understand that the no service fees, the community space, that all of this is worth a great deal?
it takes time, you know. People
You have
don't.
to explain it
You have to
and
explain
have
it,
them
you
look
have
at
to
the
repeat it.
figures and
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. There's a lot of education that goes into it, but people, once they move in, then they're sold, right?
So this is your bedroom. Who sleeps here? Which bedroom? Your friend. Well, this is a display, of course. And that's
It's
a
all
cool,
LED lighting.
cool chair.
This is the chill out
Yeah,
chair.
I like that. Yeah.
Pondering.
Ben's
Online.
pondering. How do I
Online.
get here? It's like, well, if my business side, if global EVRT does well, then next year I make this much, and next year,
running the numbers.
and then
When can I buy a villa?
yeah, when can I get a villa here?
Tesla this year. Villa.
But what are the options for number of bedrooms in the villas?
3 and 4.
Just 3 and 4. You don't go
There's
down.
5 as well, but very few of those.
But
So
no,
3 and 4.
no 2 bedroom.
No 2 bedroom, but in our next development we are doing 2 bedrooms.
Mhm.
Yeah. In high demand.
And Model 3 car sharing?
Where it will be.
We have a few, but we will
He's
announce it.
he's not letting it out
But we
yet.
have a piece of paper.
If it's in Dubai, great. I'll buy one.
He said in the UAE.
We have another development just down the road. Maybe you should have a look at it.
Okay.
You might find it interesting.
Yeah.
It's a G+6,
Yeah.
also with very high sustainability standards,
Okay.
including I think there's a bit of farming in the basement.
And they're gonna
solar
have-
rooftop. There is charging stations.
Yes.
And they're gonna have Tesla Model 3 car sharing as well.
Maybe it
Well, we're
could,
gonna start here.
maybe it could be a
Demonstrate that it
service.
works.
Yeah.
It could be a service that you spread across Diamond Development.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was thinking.
So
The car sharing, you
if
could.
if you rent or you buy from Diamond Developers, you then can access car sharing, which is in all of the different developments.
And instead of having to return the car here, you could return it to another development.
It's
Yeah.
A to D.
So it's yeah, exactly. A to B or A or C or ABB, high quality inverter.
So we went for ADB, Fronius, and an SMA, right?
An SMA, yeah. Well, those are.
Fronius and SMA. Yeah. And the space that you see here, this is provisional space for battery storage.
Ah.
So we're ready, but we don't need it today.
Ready, huh? That's great. That's
Because the slabs.
talk about foresight, huh, Ben? They built in a closet for storage. That's foresight. And what are the panels?
So the panels, Trina Solar.
Trina Solar.
Trina Solar. So all the panels are made in China. All the inverters are made in Europe
Yeah.
because they are the best inverters. And these are glass panels, frameless, which means there's less dust
Yeah.
building up on the edges. There are no frames. In this case, in this villa, we have 5.75 kilowatt peak, and they can deliver 9,000 kilowatt hour per year, which is 40% of what we need.
40% of what a villa is expected to need.
So if we had, we have 20 panels here. If we had
And luckily that they
40
produce.
panels, we would almost break even, right?
Yeah.
So we know we have a deficit here.
And I mean,
This deficit is
oh, look at that nice pool.
that's the
Wow.
community pool.
Nice pool.
It's open from 6 till 10.
Yeah, well,
That's part of your service fees, right?
yeah, one of the EVRT ladies mentioned that they were excited about the opening of a pool or something, and I was like, well, you know.
Oh, there's the second pool because we opened a lab pool.
Okay.
Because this is more family, and so people were complaining they can't do labs, so we did another lab pool.
But this is really nice.
Beautiful, yeah. So there's another life up here
And so-
now in winter.
All of the villas have solar, or
All the villas.
all of them are. So they're all.
You just look out like this. This is the perfect angle.
Yeah, you have a
Everybody has
wonderful,
solar.
wonderful,
Everybody.
beautiful community overlooking the community
And
atmosphere.
these panels are independent, right? It's like every villa has its own panels, and they have their own system, inverter, a net metering scheme, and account. But then we have, so we call these are residential panels, and then we have communal panels in the parking areas.
The solar carports. Yeah. And those are also Trina, or those are another?
Also Trina, yeah.
And the solar hot water as well?
Solar hot water, this is a requirement by green building standards. And then you have the outdoor unit, the air conditioning over there. That's the VRF system.
And so how many of these villas you said are sold now, and how many are...
300, and we have the last 200 are for leasing only.
Okay.
So we have like a split. Actually, the 300 opposite us are for sale, and I think we have...
And then the condos,
20 units
like
remaining.
where Ben's living are...
So that's the mixed use area, only for leasing, right? So we have
Only
studios, 1 and 2 bedrooms. The price range is from 45,000 dirham to 100,000 dirham.
And how filled out are those?
90%.
90%?
Oh yeah, they went quickly.
Yeah. Very nice. Oh yeah.
Because the pound has dropped.
Yeah.
Dollar's gone a bit strange. Euros up, now down.
So where are we headed now?
So this is how it feels inside a cluster.
It's a nice breeze.
It's lush, it's quiet.
It's really lush these days. Because this is 1 year on now, isn't it?
This is almost 2.
Okay, 2.
Playground, open space.
Oh, there's a
recycling
nice
stations.
playground.
We have wind towers for a bit of a breeze.
Nice barbecue smell. Yeah, that smells good. And what did you do with the old office villas? Are they still?
They are at least 1 or 2 of them are sold. Yeah, we need to liquidate this one.
Which one? Oh, is it?
Our offices were here actually, and in these villas, and we now moved into our permanent location.
Okay. And I mean, how much office space is here?
Well, here it's all residential, but where we will take you, well, we have a floor, but we have 5,000 square meters of office space.
One building, or?
In the blocks, the buildings that you saw at the entrance.
Okay.
We will go back there.
And
the
then-
mixed use area.
And then I went shopping in the shop last night, and
That's the retail.
there's a cafe there. Is that the only retail area of the?
That's the only retail area. Yeah. I just wanted to show you. So these are
the charging
so
stations.
So this is the setup, right? We have a solar shaded car park. These are now connected, but still not producing electricity. We're waiting for final approval. You can see all the cabling, the earthing. And so this plot is a landlord plot, which means all the electricity will go to the landlord. And from that account, we can offset consumption in public areas. And or in phase 2 buildings. So these were installed 3 years ago by Diwa. We paid for it, and so you activate it using a card. Those are 22 kilowatt.
22 kilowatt, yeah.
Two
Do they use the same
boards.
as the European, the Menelkes?
This is type 2. You need
Okay,
a card
so it's the okay.
type 2.
So type 2 Menelkes, the same as in Europe, same as I use with the
Exactly.
Tesla in Poland.
Now we did our calculations, we need 15 more of these to cover the entire community. So that if you're an EV owner at cluster 5 or cluster 1, it makes no difference. You cannot expect all people to come here,
Yeah.
right? So we need to spread those and all the guests. This is the guest parking. This is the private parking over there.
Yeah.
Right? So by deploying a sufficient number of these, we just need 2 actually. 2 charging stations per guest parking. With 2 outlets, that's 4. And if you charge every 3 days, that's 12. So you can accommodate 12 cars.
And when do you expect to get the first Teslas here?
Well, the private Teslas, well, we now have them, right? People are
No,
receiving them.
no, for the car sharing. So
3 months.
3 months. Oh.
That's the.
So you're basically
that's
on the verge of ordering and getting
Yep.
them. Yeah. Cool. Very nice. And the Model 3s I saw on the slide 2018. That's very hopeful. You know,
Should say
it might be
2019, I should say, yeah.
2019. It's probably going to be 2019.
But at least I know that Tesla
it's
they
possible.
give you a what is it? They
A
you
window.
move up in the
Yeah.
queue, right?
Did
when
you see what your window is for it, or you don't?
No.
No.
But I know that if you've already bought a couple of S's, right? So you'll be first in line in this country
Yep.
to receive the Model 3.
Yeah. The problem is they're just highly prioritizing the U.S. and North America, and it's going to be, I'm waiting in Europe.
I need to change my plans.
I ordered.
I got it. I got it.
No. I
Not
mean,
expected.
well, it all depends on how quickly they can ramp up production. If they can hit it in December, it might be. If there's a 2-month delay, then you have a 2-month
You're
delay.
aiming for 20,000 units per month, right?
At the end, the production rate at the end of December. So
20,000.
yeah, but it's all. I mean, move it 1 or 2 months sideways, and you end up with a
But even at 20,000, if you need to deliver 300,000 before hitting the UAE market, that's Q2 2019.
We have the same problem in Europe. I reserved in California with my Florida address, but I need them in Europe, and I can't. And there's a different charging system too, so I can't buy them there and ship them, and it's so frustrating because.
Can you buy it, sell it, buy a new? Oh no, that wouldn't work.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
See, multimodal. Here we have a road, a colored blue bike lane, which is a great color to choose, I think, for the bike lanes, and
Look at the that's the hoop.
and a horse track, and how do you call it? An equestrian track, equestrian.
Yeah.
So
And,
I think
all
this has got to
dripped
be one of them. This might be the most multimodal street I've ever seen. You've got a sidewalk, a road, a bike path, and a horse track.
You know what this is? Right here, this thing.
Oh, this is all over Florida, whatever it is.
It's not the plants, but the actual this trench. This curve. I'm going to show you something. This is we call it a bioswale.
Yeah, okay. I was
Right,
gonna
so-
say it's.
So if it rains a lot and you have standing water, eventually it's gonna
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
It's gonna go in, and it's just gonna soak.
Yeah, that's what we called it in city planning school. And so one day someone just said, "You mean a ditch?"
The ditch. It's a ditch.
But it's the type. But no, it's really and it's very well done, and it's.
And we've now seen it. We had 2 winters with
Right, track.
strange
Oh yeah. makes a
rainfall.
Huge difference.
We had no flooding whatsoever.
So you like your community, Ben?
I love living here.
You can tell. I mean, Ben, right off the bat, you can feel the enthusiasm when he starts talking about this place. It's but you can see once you get in and you go around, you can see why.
I think it works. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
It's peaceful.
It's a great place to come home and relax at the end of it.
Yeah, great pool, gym, community vibe is nice.
These are single port.
And these are just Tesla, or they have a 22 Type 2 plug as well?
This is Type 2.
I think they all do, right? Oh, I can go under. Not a Tesla. There's the pharmacy, some cafe, grocery store. There's a EV charging station, Tesla destination charger, and apartments over there.